Welcome to a new episode of the LowLife Podcast. I'm your boy Dila. I'm back with my homie Dennis and Ali, of course, my co-hosts, my guys, the dogs. And I got a special guest today. I have my boy Shad T.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for hosting me today. I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah,
I'm just happy to be on the podcast for the first time ever.
Yeah,
and thank you for your support and your hard work. Thank you for Dennis and Ali.
Yes,
and
sir.
especially you, Demonte, for setting up everything.
Really.
And hopefully we will have a very educational podcast with many purposes.
That's
yes,
sir. I want to hear.
Yes, sir.
That's the shit I want to hear.
That's what we like here.
So me and Shad, I've been bugging him for the past 2 days. He's been wanting to be on the podcast for a year almost. So I just keep saying no. Today I finally said, yeah, I got you, Shad. He had a lot of topics they wanted to talk about. I've been talking to him about a bunch. One thing me and Shad often do talk about, which will surprise a lot of people, is very philosophical, actually. We talk about what happens when you die. And not even on a religious standpoint. Like, Shad, can I ask you, are you afraid to die?
Well, there's pros and cons to everything. And I am afraid to die for one reason.
What?
For two reasons, actually. One is I believe in hellfire. So you can say whatever you want. And
you going there.
and maybe. And number two, there's a chance that we could all be eternally alone when we die. And like when you think about that, like you just die in your grave and like you just don't exist no more. Like,
that's not being alone. That's not existing.
I mean, it's still.
Shad, how'd you feel before you were born?
But that's different because I didn't exist. But like when I die, I'm gonna be skeleton.
You no longer exist like you did before.
I mean, that's true, but you still have your soul when you die. You know what I mean? So your soul separates from your body.
That's completely hypothetical.
Are you saying your life history makes you exist eternally?
What's up? I mean, there's a difference between your body and your soul will stay with you when you die. Like that's my perspective and that's my belief.
No, I respect it. I just want to know, like, you said there's pros to cons to dying. And cons to dying. What are the pros exactly?
Well, the pros are this world is a shitty world, and I cannot live here for 1,000 years, 10,000 years. You know?
I respect that. No, that's true. I don't want to live 100 years.
Like, here's my point. Like, even if you're the richest man, so even if you're like the richest man, you're the most good-looking man, you have everything. You see on the other side of the world, for example, Africa, there's people starving. So even though you're doing good,
there's people starving in America.
Yeah,
I feel you.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
So you look at the other world, and that shit hurts you when you see that shit every single day. Do you really want to see this every day for 1,000 years?
10, I ain't seen it firsthand, bro.
Yeah. So like, I'm not trying to like that's the pro of dying. Like once you die,
you rest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not if there's hellfire.
I mean, that's if you go to hellfire.
Sean, what are the chances you going to hell?
I have no clue because I have no clue.
What's your sins to good stuff ratio?
I mean, it's not only about the ratio because there was a guy supposedly in Islam, and this guy killed 99 people.
99.
But this guy, okay. But this guy, he fed a hungry and thirsty cat, and because of that one good deed, got sent to heaven. So there's no ratio between good and bad.
Damn, that story's kind of fucked.
That's what I mean.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
A cat, man.
It's not fucked. You know why?
I was thinking if you got like 100
people,
cats,
feeds a cat. You know, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But the cat saved more people's lives afterwards. You gotta. Was that the story?
He does have 9 lives.
So you say your soul and your body are a separate thing.
Yeah.
So what are you saying happens with your soul once it separates from your body? Are you saying you reincarnate or you go to some sort of
Well, I definitely believe in reincarnation because we human beings, we have an average lifespan of 78.8 years.
Okay.
So
I done mathematics.
Yeah. So there's definitely a reason that we all exist here. That's my opinion, because if there wasn't a reason, we would have been immortal. But we're not immortal. We're going to die one day or not, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's not up to us.
So that's my viewpoint of reincarnation. So I definitely believe in reincarnation. because there are people like, for example, we got Hitler, Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein. Like they've done a lot of evil in their life.
Mhm.
And like, you know, for example, Hitler, he's killed, I don't know how many lives, hundreds of
6
thousands.
million Jews. That's not
6 million,
including
okay.
Black people, handicapped people. and
Okay,
all
so
kinds of
say this guy Hitler, he spent his whole life in prison,
stuff.
which only accounts for one life. So that means we have to punish him for the 5,999,999
Yep.
lives
God
that he took.
damn, bro. He said, what,
I'm just being precise and accurate, bro.
you got
That's
it. You
all.
are, bro. I just respect
But like,
it.
yeah, thank you. And that's my belief. Like, so
Mhm.
yeah, like
Do you
there's definitely
think
what's
that
up?
everyone has a purpose? So do you think Hitler, for example, his purpose was to do that bad deed?
Was that
he
his
did?
fate?
And then
Yeah.
so we could see him as an example of, you know, like a terrible person. Do you think that was his fate to do all those things, or
I
what?
mean, that's a really good question, but like Hitler, maybe he wanted to be famous, maybe he wanted attention. So like this guy was
Maybe.
this guy was
Good point.
Because I think everyone does have a purpose.
yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Okay, but this guy had a bad purpose, not a good
not
purpose.
but
necessarily.
point.
Who are you to decide? Obviously, he's evil, but like, who are you to decide? Like, his fate was destined for him. So, like,
I mean,
he's evil. No shit.
Yeah.
I know. I understand what you
What
mean.
if he's
Yeah.
a person that has the role to be that person? You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
So
What if
we
what?
so we
There
can
you go.
see
I couldn't
an
say.
example of him and see what not to do, or see what the
Mhm.
bottom of the bottom is in terms of human.
But
you
why
know.
does fate have to be so black and white? Why does it have to be good, evil, good, evil? What if fate is just your fate? Like you just decide, you do these decisions on your own because that's what you were intended to do. It doesn't have to necessarily be a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I mean?
If he was intended to do that, then can we even view him as a bad person in a sense? Because if he was put on his
Well, it
this
depends
earth
on who
to
you
do-
ask, because evil is objective.
but God gave you free will, and this guy chose to
Yeah.
take the bad path.
No, listen.
That's
listen. Evil is objective. It depends on who you're asking. To the millions of German folk who went through fucking famine, who were starving, who were burning money just to stay warm, he was a hero. Because what they deemed evil was different than what we deem evil. Because we're looking at it from the other side of the pond in America, like, fuck that guy. What the fuck's his problem? But to the German people, it made sense. This man can't do this without the support of his whole country and all this, like all kinds of armies and all this thing. He can't do this on his own. He had to convince a whole nation. He had to convince a whole group of people that this is the right thing to do. So in Germany, Hitler wasn't evil, but to the rest of the world, he was. So evil depends on who you're asking, is my point. It's very
America can always be seen as evil, like even though we're living in it.
And regardless.
Yeah, on the other line, we don't truly think we are evil, as in we're living in America, we're the evil ones, like as individuals. But we could easily be seen as that almost anywhere else.
Anywhere else, we're deemed the bad guys.
Yeah.
But here is like, fuck yeah, America's bloodline.
Freedom. It's all
rights.
perspective and relativism, basically.
Man, I just think about how it really depends on what side of the world you are to decide what religion you are, what your views are. Are you conservative or Democrat? In America specifically, obviously, for that one. But like, like your circumstances and how you grew up depends a lot on it. That's why I feel like me, Shad, Dennis, and Ali have a very unique perspective of what it's like to be an American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's much different than our parents.
Exactly.
Where they like originated from.
When you go back to your home country, you see the culture change,
opens your eyes,
and just how people treat each other differently compared to in America.
One thing I noticed when I went back to Kurdistan actually is our parents are the 96 Kurds. They have not changed since 1996. They're exact same way the Kurds were back then. Very familial, very community wise. You go back to Kurdistan, they're not like that anymore, bro. That's long gone.
They've taken that with them, and that's their core Kurdish
it's their niche
foundings. But those guys have evolved from that, and they haven't, because that's what their idea of Kurdish culture is, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it's really hard for us because me and Shad have always talked about when we look at our American friends, like, it must be nice to fucking live like that.
Yeah.
Must be nice to do this. Must be nice. Because our parents don't understand. So they have a certain level of freedom that I never experienced. And I had to like fight for. I had to hide. I had to be sneaky about it. And it's It's a whole different perspective, and it's very unique. That's why I love having conversations with you. That's why I invite people like Shad on to talk about shit like this, because he's seen things that I haven't yet. I've seen things he hasn't. So exchanging this knowledge and information is really how you make progress. So that's how I view these podcasts. So I can have anybody like Shad on this bitch. You know, like I want normal people who really have experienced life in a different way. We're talking about the COVID vaccine, and I don't want to talk whether we're anti-vax or not, because I could give a fuck.
I'm gonna give outside information. I heard Shad mention that he's an anti-vax. I'm gonna put it out.
Yes,
there.
I'm vaccinated fully because I have a brain.
Me too.
Well, I respect that. I mean, you can't judge someone on what they believe in and what they.
No, I'm not. I'm judging them. I'm judging you based off what doctors and scientists have really studied.
Let's ask Shad.
What's up?
Are you an established, adamant anti-vaxxer?
What do you mean exactly? Like established?
What do you mean by whatever you want to interpret from that?
Are you take a hard stance against people who take the vax? Are you like?
Are you solely against it 100%? Like
I'm not completely against it. I just prefer not to take it.
Is it because you're scared of needles?
I'm not scared of needles. I came from Iraq, bro. I came from Iraq.
What the fuck's that got to do with anything, bro?
They got bigger needles.
Oh, they do.
Do you think you're lacking information, the full information needed for you to be safe with taking the vax? Or is it more so you just being worried about, what maybe it's not completely safe, or you just don't know the results? Maybe you
don't know what the
some
outcome
sort
is.
of you develop some sort of other disease or something.
Well, me personally, I believe in the vaccine. Like, I believe it has positive effects.
Because you've taken vaccines before.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, us Middle Easterners, I don't know if y'all know, we all have a shot on our left shoulder.
All foreigners do.
Yeah. All foreigners. All foreigners. And that shot's for like immune diseases, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's immunity. So
exactly.
Like, if you look at this shot and the anti-vaccine, they have similar aspects towards each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and they researched the SARS vaccine way beforehand. This is what the COVID vaccine was founded upon. So there is actual research. A lot of people think they just fucking pissed the fucking vaccine and like here it is. Like it's not. It doesn't work like that.
I'm not saying that the vaccine is bad. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, if you wash your hands, if you don't touch door handles, then you'll be good.
Shad,
that's my opinion.
In what world can you not open a door handle?
You're right. But like,
I just want you to think about what you just said.
As long as you use safety techniques, you should be in the good area. If you're neither young or old.
Shad, there's a lot of things. The thing is, you're trusting yourself a little bit too much compared to where you're surrounded by people you don't know you can trust.
I know.
You don't know if I just walk through a fucking sick hospital full of COVID people without a mask. You have no idea. That's where the social responsibility of
exactly.
That's I know what you're trying to get into.
You're right. I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to take it because
jobs.
Jobs.
If I travel overseas, they're gonna require a ticket. Yeah. So
look, man, I respect people that don't want to take it, but when it comes to the effect it has on other people, you're putting other people at risk because at the end of the day, it's a selfish decision because you are putting others at risk. And once you get a family member or someone close pass away from COVID, I feel like instantly
that's when it hits
you switch almost all anti-vaxxers. That's what I see every time. And
one thing I do understand is the politicized. I know we talked about this on the last podcast, how politicized the vaccine has become. Yeah. Like I see fucking Joe Biden get on stage, like, look at me, I'm gonna roll my sleeve up and take a fucking shot. Like we're not children. We're not children. And I feel like that's where a lot of people get offended. They're like, listen, we're not fucking idiots.
We don't want to be babied.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But I do not believe the government.
I mean, obviously.
What do you mean? Don't believe? Do you just not believe in it?
You don't trust the government.
I don't trust
the government. Doesn't
exist at all for Shad.
Like,
right, what don't you trust about the government? Shad?
Like many things. Like, for example, the speed limit is 25.
I knew he's gonna bring that up. He's like, I don't care about the government. I'm gonna go 45 and 20.
I don't think the speed is for safety. I think it's for getting speeders and getting money.
This dude got a ticket. He still hasn't gotten over his minimum.
Okay, a 25 in a school zone is a must.
Yeah, Shad.
Shad. Why is it?
That's true.
That's like the worst example you can find.
But there's a speed limit. There's a speed limit by my house, and there's a hill where you go downwards. Yeah. And if your foot is just not even on, like barely pressing on the accelerator,
so that's why they invented the brake.
Most cops let that slide, bro.
Yeah, 5 over. You usually
bro. I never go over 5 over. If you're going over 5 over, you're just an idiot.
No,
I usually go 10 over 15.
That's your fault, Shad.
What's next to the gas pedal?
What's up?
What's next to the gas pedal that you can use when going downhill?
It's a brake, but that shit is so annoying because I constantly have to put my foot on the fucking brake.
That's when you're
That's usually how you drive, Shad.
Bro, when I drive, I don't like waiting, bro. I just like going.
The only speed limit thing that I agree with is raising the highway speed limit. Either 80 or just make it unlimited, man. Make people move the fuck out the way.
Making a certain lane for trucks, bro. That would be wonderful.
I was just
I've heard,
separate
you guys know the
Autobahn.
Do you guys know about the Autobahn?
Yes, of course.
In Germany,
in Germany. Apparently, it doesn't have any. It's a highway system that goes through Germany and some other European countries.
There's no speed limits.
There's no speed limit. It's not as crazy like the I don't know, death toll or like car accidents. It's not as crazy as you think it would be. Yeah. So that's a possibility. I mean, that's just American policy.
No, the drivers here are very just the high egos, man. They think they own the road.
Oh, yeah.
You got to move over if someone's coming
American
up behind
mentality.
you.
Find a motherfucker with a loud fucking engine or some shit. Oh my god, the car people. Can I talk about how much I hate car people, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
I truly hate these people with a passion. Like people who are obsessed with cars. Like it's cool, bro. Like I understand you have a very small penis. It's fine. I don't mind it all. Yeah, but being louder does nothing to help you. Like, bro, I'm sure. Like when a woman hears a loud muffler, oh shit, that turns me on, bro.
You don't just like stare and gaze when they rev the engine in the 25.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
That's what I do all the time. Just look at
at the red light, just being loud as fuck because they at like 5 a.m. That's my favorite.
That's what I like to do.
Culture is good, but I think there's always people that are gonna take it too far. You know,
no,
I like cars and I like the culture, but there's always people that are gonna take it too far.
Don't get it twisted, bro.
But like when it's 3 a.m. and you hear like a like you don't want to hear that when you're sleeping.
That's literally all it is to me.
Yeah.
I don't care if you like your car or anything. It's the loud fucking noise. Like just being obnoxious about it. Oh my god.
I mean, it's all for attention. To be
honest,
obviously it is. Obviously it is. Yeah.
But whatchamacallit? I just wanted to talk about Shad. You've been keeping up with sports.
Sports. Well,
he's are you a Chiefs fan?
Me?
You're Chiefs
Are you
fan.
teasing me? He's teasing me,
yeah,
bro.
he's teasing. He always teases me. That's your teaser.
Bro, I am a Baltimore Ravens fan, bro.
Yes, sir.
And
fuck your shit.
The only sport I watch right now is NFL, but physically, I play basketball.
Physically.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes we play.
He's on a basketball court, yes. But
yeah.
He's physically there.
And I be making threes. Don't lie.
The shooter,
I guess. He has made a 3 before.
Yeah, I got some insider information today. It wasn't like that, but we can let it slide.
Yeah,
thank you for exposing him.
Do you enjoy playing football more or basketball?
Have you ever played football as a team?
Yeah, he has. We played with him.
Not as a team, but we played behind the church by my house.
Did you tackle a few kids?
They don't play tackle. They play two-hand
touch.
Do you think you could?
What we used to do as a kid?
Yeah, I remember.
We used to tackle the shit out of each other. Y'all got rope there.
But sports, I love basketball, and my favorite sport to watch is obviously NFL. But like we're the Ravens this year, and Lamar is seriously carrying the team.
If we were the Ravens this year, what would we last?
I know, but like I'm saying,
I was kidding.
I'm saying that we're very.
Who's your favorite Ravens players? Name 5 players right now. Dave,
right now,
on the spot.
Right now,
Justin Tucker,
all right.
Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown,
that's Shad.
Mark Andrews, and Seth Roberts. I think he transferred though. I think
he's not there anymore.
Shad
Roberts.
Hold on,
There's
that's 4.
Hold on. Gus Edwards.
This is the word. Half of them were on IR, but you got it.
Yeah.
They got a lot of
I got 5
players.
Right?
Huh?
They have a lot of injured players.
Yeah, they have 21 plus injured players.
Oh yeah, and we're still going far.
We're still number 1 in the AFC record wise.
Yeah, like we're still very.
How long you been watching football, Shad? Realistically,
me
actually watching.
I mean,
actually watching.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I was abroad, and obviously NFL is not important abroad.
Yeah.
So
do you have no like idea what was going on, or do you know who was winning Super Bowls? Do you know?
I mean, obviously, I was a Ravens fan before, but like I never watched it during my 6 years over there.
Oh, okay.
But like when I came back here, like over here, everyone watches NFL. I always like I watch the Ravens games like mostly, but not like a boring game. Like for example, the Ravens and Bengals or the Dolphins. Like I don't watch those
because the Ravens and Bengals is a good game.
Yeah, they always play good. It's always close.
The
It's
Bengals
always a
are
good
trash.
game, Shad. You should know that if you're Ravens
The
fan.
Bengals are trash.
No, they're not bad this year.
Really?
I like them.
They're not
They're a
trash.
good young team. They're better than the Steelers. Drew Taha. What about the World Cup? The World Cup's coming up. I just forgot about
next
that.
It's every 4 years,
Yeah,
right?
next year. Yes,
Oh
sir.
shit, 2020.
I can't wait. That last World Cup was wonderful.
Shad, who do you got?
I mean, I'm a Messi fan, so Argentina.
Is he still playing
yeah.
international?
Yeah,
I don't think
they're not going anywhere.
I mean,
they've never been good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know
Okay,
why.
but my favorite.
he doesn't play good for the national team.
No.
He has been recently.
Recently, though, yes, they did win one of the Copa
Copa.
Americas.
Copa
I think.
Americas, yeah, they
Yes,
won it.
so
That's the most liked picture in sports history, I think.
It
that's
is.
his first trophy for his national team. So
That is very
That's good,
underwhelming.
yeah.
underwhelming, but
Copa's
it's impressive
tough.
too.
What
Finally, he got
about
one.
Ronaldo? How does Ronaldo fare internationally? I know he's the number one scorer ever.
I think Portugal's got a pretty decent team.
They don't-
Bruno Fernandes plays with them at United, so they have a good link up there. They're already,
So
getting good
have they
chemistry,
won
so-
anything really? Have they won any
they won
Euro
the.
Cups?
They did win when Ronaldo got injured and he was subbed out.
Oh, I remember that when he
I
started crying.
forget- Yeah,
Yeah, that was so long ago.
I
That's crazy.
forget
remember
what that. I think that was the last trophy they won. I can't remember what tournament that was exactly, but
But would France be
Yeah,
the
Messi's the highest scoring South American apparently.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Who said that?
Yeah, DR did.
Mine's are bad as shit.
And if y'all are wondering why I keep looking over here, we have an Instagram live going, and I'm looking at all these comments. Or
we got
Yeah,
instant
we got two
feedback.
screens.
We talk to our fans. We like to do
Yes,
that.
sir. We're reacting in real time, engaging with y'all. Y'all let us know.
No,
Yeah,
we got three.
You got any
screens.
interesting comments, by the way?
Yeah, let me read a few.
All right.
Okay. Kareem asked a really good question. He said, Dino, what made you a Baltimore fan? What made me a Baltimore fan was the colors. Believe it or not. So I was a Lakers fan from like childhood, from birth.
You're a
Like,
purple
basically. I don't
guy,
know
huh?
why. As long as I could remember, I was a Lakers fan. I don't remember what happened for me to. It was Kobe. But what happened was I really liked the color purple.
Yeah.
The way the purple looked on the jerseys was so dirty, and I always loved
Yeah.
Baltimore's jerseys.
Yeah, I
Let's
like
feel to be a Phillies fan, ID. Let's turn it on you.
Phil, it's tough. It's been tough the past.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
not
know what?
tough. It's really tough.
I don't know how you watch that every Sunday.
No, it's almost a disappointment every Sunday.
Screens
But
all day.
But finally, I think for the first time since Michael Vick, we have an entertaining quarterback, a very entertaining one, and one with like an actual future. He's unlike even if you are familiar with the Philadelphia Eagles, Carson Wentz before Jalen Hurts. Even Carson Wentz wasn't really breaking any records. Jalen Hurts has in his first.
I think he has a lot of potential. It's just the play calling has been horrible.
Oh yeah,
bro.
but it's the chemistry because there's nothing there.
Mhm.
But you could also say that it still is the coach's fault at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen y'all run the ball. Miles
No.
Sanders exists.
We have Miles Sanders, and he's easily a top 10.
He's being
easily top
used.
10.
Yeah, he's being used completely wrong.
No.
I must ask Shad this. Mundabdullah asks, why don't you trust the government? Why don't you like the
That's
government?
I was gonna ask that.
Like, what's the reason behind it? I know
What-
you're gonna
what
say I just
made
don't,
you-
but like,
what-
what made you
yeah.
say fuck the government?
I feel like there's
Shad, do you
certain
think there's
moments that
secret
would make you
societies?
doubt them. You see something happen, and
I
and
mean,
seriously
that's a
doubt
good
them.
question. I just personally don't believe in the government because the government, like, they just like. I don't believe anything is 100% good in this life.
I don't think.
So,
they
do you really
naturally
believe
have
the
good
government
intentions.
falls in that
I
category?
mean, obviously, I know you don't believe in the government. What action made you say, hey, fuck the government, bro?
I mean, have you seen how fucked up our system is, bro? Like, we
What?
have the
Healthcare.
we have the
specifics.
highest incarceration rate.
Specific.
Incarceration.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
we
great.
have the
okay.
Okay, that's a
I like
great.
that.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
great
That's
point.
very
Besides China and Mexico, we have the highest
No,
incarceration
we have more
rate.
than them.
What's up?
We have more than them.
No,
Yeah, we have more
We
than
have more than the next 75 countries combined. If the next
really?
75 countries behind us combine their
Hold on, because
incarceration-
China been doing some shady
Yeah.
stuff that they're not reporting.
they probably don't have accurate numbers. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
They've
But
never
I
had
think
accurate numbers.
the state of
ever.
Louisiana has more people arrested than like 75% of the world.
private prisons.
I thought it was like
That's-
Michigan or
Private
Texas.
prisons
that's a
are
big
ridiculous.
problem.
Private prisons are basically just a business that a lot of people have been running, making money, not getting taxed. Actually, it's our tax money being used to fund these people. Actually, they're really locking down in private prisons.
They are getting better.
The Biden administration,
Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah, which is ironic. Kamala Harris.
Can I bring up a very recent topic? According to the date of us filming, they found. So does everyone know about the Brian Laundrie situation?
The guy who took his girlfriend out.
Oh, and she went missing. Yeah.
And he came back without her.
Yeah, exactly.
So they found apparently remains of him in Florida recently, like today.
Wait, what?
Cap.
Remains. They have
unidentified though, right?
They have dental. Yeah, no, they have dental evidence.
What was the girl's name? It was all over Twitter. It was Heather or something. I forgot.
Haley? No.
I don't got Twitter, so I'm not catching up with shit.
But listen, like, I heard Dog the Bounty Hunter was looking for this.
Yeah, he was.
That shit was great.
He going down. Nah, but I don't know. That could be a ploy, you know, his remains. But maybe he killed himself, you know, fed himself to the bears or something. You know?
Oh, Gabby Petito.
Yeah, Gabby Petito. Yeah, there you go.
So they're saying it was a homicide. So I can rest assured he killed her. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't just disappear. You just don't disappear and your boyfriend comes back. Nothing
happens. Like, where'd she go? It's like,
hold on. No. Brian Laundrie confirmed dead by FBI.
Word.
Really?
Fuck him.
No, that's if anything, that's
I
good.
think he killed himself.
No, I would assume.
Yeah. But why do you guys think that's the case? And a lot of it's very, very common, like people to take their own life after taking many others, or just one person.
It's either
just guilt.
Easy way out when you have committed something that's gonna probably put you away for life.
Yeah.
You don't think of the consequences before you do the action, and then after you do end up murdering someone, you know.
Do you think? By the way, is he classified as a serial killer in that case?
How many people has he killed?
I mean, just the girl.
You got to kill 3+ people to be a serial killer.
So that's like a system.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was one.
No, okay. 3+ people.
I mean, he's just a murderer at that point, right?
Yeah, you're just a murderer at that point.
But what is it? Do you think it's that those kind of people, like especially serial killers, are also like known psychopaths, have guilt, and that's why they kill themselves? Because usually psychopaths don't have guilt, right? Or like, and I don't know.
There's different people. There's certain people who, like, when they kill somebody, they cover up their body. That's a form of remorse that they feel.
That's
they don't want to look at it.
Body.
Yeah, not even respect. Is they realize what they did
is wrong.
They realize what they're doing is wrong.
But
they cover the body as a way of shaming themselves.
Oh, okay.
From understanding, some people just leave that body right in the middle of the fucking park, do not give a shit, like it's a piece of trash. So it really depends. Each serial killer differs, you know.
He very well could have just ended his life because he thought he was going to get caught, and he'd rather die than spend the rest of his life in prison.
Mm-hmm. That's what my thing was.
Always valid as well.
Mm-hmm. That's my.
There's no inner There's nothing deeper. You think?
I think if there was, he wouldn't have came back and
as casually.
As casually and not said anything and then disappear, because he disappeared after they started investigating him. And once you do that, then you kind of telling the world that you're guilty. So
and 100%. One thing I've noticed is like people in that situation usually like coax themselves into believing that I can get away with fucking anything. Like I've gotten this far, they're not catching me. There's a lot of people like I really like to watch police room interrogations. And the way some people walk in that bitch so cocky and ready to like just go all out. It's
like TJ Lane or Nicholas Cruz.
Cruz is interesting.
Hey, let me tell y'all something interesting. So this murderer, TJ Lane, he was a school shooter in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So this high schooler, I think he killed 3 people and he injured 1. So this guy came into court with a white shirt and in big capital letters.
Oh, the one that said
it said
like,
killer.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that.
And let me tell y'all something crazy. This guy was this guy he has jail for life, obviously, with no parole.
Mm-hmm.
This guy escaped on the day of 9/11. 9/11. Can y'all believe that? Like this, I don't know.
2001 or what?
No. Like he escaped jail on the day September 11th.
How did he escape jail? What the hell?
This guy is a legend.
I mean,
not what he did, but like this is what
I wouldn't use that word.
No.
I don't know about that.
No, like
Shad just co-signed murdering children.
This guy is
no.
goat.
I mean, like like by saying legend.
No.
I mean, like
No,
this
I'm
guy's
kidding,
a badass.
man.
He's like folklore
I mean,
almost. Yeah, I know what he means. I know what he means.
Hey, with all my heart, I hate Nicholas Cruz because this guy.
Talk your shit, Shad.
Because this ugly guy, this ugly ass guy,
he's ugly as shit.
He's ugly as shit. Yeah.
Shad, you hate him?
I hate him as shit because
it's on site.
He took It's that I don't condone anyone taking away innocent lives.
Said TJ Lane.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
he's
TJ Lane. No. Well, they're both bad, but Nicholas Cruz killed like 14.
Okay,
TJ Lane
17.
How would you feel if those killers fed cats after and
Yo, way to bring that all the way back to get your ass.
Well, that's a good.
What if they fed a bunch of cats?
That's a good.
Okay, well, that's a good topic. Okay, but that's not relating to me. That's relating to the killer and God, because God's the most merciful. So if someone repents before they die, God accepts it because he's the most merciful. But like, there's a different relationship between me. Like, for example, I get killed and the killer and God. Those are two complete different relationships.
Yeah,
you got to understand.
I get it. No, I understand.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So what's your goal? Talk about how much you hate Nicholas Cruz again.
Who is? I'm actually unaware.
Nicholas Cruz is the Parkland shooter.
The Parkland shooter?
Yeah,
okay.
So I remember me and Dilman worked at JMU at PC Dukes, and it was Valentine's Day, and me and him were at the cashiers, and we just heard about this news. This guy killed, there was a school shooter in Florida, remember?
Shit, I didn't realize I was working at that.
I was depressed.
No, it was. When was it? 2017?
That was 2017.
It was February. No. It was February 14, 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Okay, so early 2018.
Oh, Valentine's Day. Okay.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
That shit's crazy to me now because like
remember it. I don't know.
I know this is part of the dialogue for like school shootings and shit a lot, but I've come to realize that like a lot of the shit that happens, I've become so desensitized to.
1000%.
I just see numbers now.
I was just about to bring that up.
Like you don't think about 14 sets of parents who don't get to see their kid that day. You just think 14, 15, 16.
And they're
like, siblings,
there it goes.
That's how it is.
I think he killed 3 coaches too.
There's a recent school shooting in Texas too.
Yeah, I heard about that. But I think he didn't kill anybody. I think he injured 4.
That's good. I mean, not that they injured. I'm just happy that they're not killed. Yeah.
No, but I saw a video of people. They like kids during the shooting, they get the school shooter lockdown thing, and these kids are making memes on their phones while like there's an active shooter in their school.
Man, there's nothing you can say about
that's how desensitized.
TikTok's crazy. But TikTok's got these.
I mean, TikTok copies Twitter.
I mean, so a lot of it is, but some of it is original.
Most of it is.
You gotta acknowledge Twitter.
I think
TikTok.
every social media platform copies each other.
Steals from each other.
It's not exclusive to one or the other.
Twitter is the funniest.
What's up,
maybe Reddit?
Twitter because you have to write your own tweet, so you got a bit of originality is more.
There's way more originality with it. Outside of the ratio, YB's better.
Oh, bro, that shit is insane. Like every single. LeBron's the GOAT, like under any sports.
Mickey James, bro, what are you talking about? Like, this shit, it sounds cancerous, bro. It actually like eats at me a little bit, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see what's that.
Mine's are bad, so you got to read me. Shit.
That's a great point, Volkan. Volkan said TikTok normalized going too far and brainwashing 13-year-olds. No cap, bro. Talk your shit. That's a fact, bro. I've never seen China, some shit like TikTok.
No. They know what they're doing, bro. They're it's an agenda that they're applying. And the formula for what you see is so
that's why it was
catered to you specifically. Mm-hmm. I don't know. China technology is insane, man. Like we have no hope of catching up with them.
They're going, by the way, in like the next either 10 or 20 years. I mean, the term world power is very subjective.
Oh yeah.
But apparently, they're gonna overtake that position with becoming the world power.
I mean, they're already doing it population-wise. Just manpower-wise. Like
100%.
The only thing the U.S. has got left is the military,
which is way ahead of anybody. I'll tell you that.
I mean, we spent such a disgusting
we got the best
amount.
military.
Oh
Bro,
yeah,
by
bro.
miles.
It's not
Fuck
Russia.
miles.
It's not
Oh
Russia.
fuck,
Oh,
no,
oh,
bro. The
okay.
American military is funded to the fucking
Yeah.
max.
You know,
bro.
and that's their thing, you know, like they're not gonna let anyone beat them in military. I mean, have you ever, you know, like what attack on the US has ever happened besides like Pearl Harbor and like 9/11? Really
on
nothing.
Like on
you
US
know,
soil.
On US
nothing.
soil, yeah.
Because
Nothing.
motherfuckers don't got the balls. Terrorists do. Asymmetrical warfare we talked about. But I've realized now, bro, like people like fucking talk about population control. You realize the government probably has some shit that could take out half the fucking population within 2 seconds, and we wouldn't even realize it was
Wait,
them.
do you mean
Like, I think
COVID?
They
China-
probably do. All that
I think
money
China-
going into the military, they
Yeah.
have something, bro.
Are you
They
referring to
have it.
COVID-19?
No, the vaccine. People say it's for vaccine population control.
Like
Well, I
China,
get it.
like one thing, China has I think a law. If you have more than a certain amount of kids,
No,
then
that's old.
it's-
that's old.
That was in the
That's-
80s.
By law,
That
you
was-
can't have more
But
than
that
a
was
certain.
the law at one point.
but
Yeah.
that's like a mini example of like
yeah, I get it.
war
yeah.
control.
By
yeah.
law.
Man. But what else do we got? Sorry, I got a list of topics here, guys. I'm just pulling them up.
We're just trying to keep y'all entertained and
Yeah.
educated.
This might
Are
be
they
our last-
entertained? Let's see in the chat if they're entertained or not.
Oh,
I
they're
mean,
entertained.
oh, yeah,
They've
they
been
are.
going back and forth with it this whole
That's
time.
not a
Oh, yeah.
question. When you see Shad in front of the camera, it's always entertaining.
I appreciate
Oh,
it. I
wait.
appreciate it.
We were talking about this right now.
Yeah,
Shad was wearing shoes inside as we were talking about this.
yeah.
American shoes inside. They don't take them off.
That's true.
Some do. Some do.
Some
But
do.
you know what?
Yeah.
And you
In
know what it
general,
is? They
in
take from
general.
other cultures. That's the only part. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
I remember I had some Mexican neighbors as kids. They lived across from me.
Yeah.
And they would see us take off our shoes when we go inside. So they started doing it. It was
Yeah.
really funny. But what you'll call it? Like Americans don't give a fuck, bro.
I mean, some people are lazy.
It's so
Sense.
casually. And
Nah,
I'm just
nah.
thinking like this shit's insane, bro. You're laying on your bed with your shoes
That was
on.
no, never.
Oh, that's
Fuck
fucking
that,
that,
bro.
bro. That's
Mind.
disgusting. Yeah.
I just think some people are lazy. They don't want to take off their shoes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
definitely-
I mean,
or they don't
that's
know
wrong.
better, man. They don't
Yeah.
know better.
They're just used to it, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, for the bed, that shouldn't be done.
That's
I've seen that so many
unbelievable.
times.
With
by
your
my
shoes
best
on?
friends. Yeah.
What the
bro. I've seen that so many times.
I can't even sleep with my socks on and not my shoes.
All right, boys. We might have to wrap that one up, but I want to say thank you to Shad.
Thank you for hosting
Shad,
me.
this is a great episode, bro.
It
I'm glad
was.
you came on, bro.
Well, I'm glad you set it up.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you back on, bro. I know they loved it. There's a
Yeah.
hell of people in this.
I just
line,
hope y'all
bro.
loved it and y'all like learned some
Useful information,
benefits.
bro.
Yeah, learn some
My boy
purposes.
Shad.
I appreciate
This is
it.
my dog, bro. This is my childhood friend, bro. Shad T. My boy Dennis. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
G as always.
Good podcast.
Ali
Any-
Gold.
Thank
You know I love
appreciate
you,
it.
bro. Yeah, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
bro. But I appreciate
He is
y'all,
single.
man. I'll see y'all next time. We'll have an episode probably sooner than this one was between the last one. We'll talk about that, boys. But
Yeah,
yes,
we will.
We'll have another guest maybe next week. Y'all be safe.
Y'all have
Thank
a good
y'all
one.
for tuning in.
Thank you guys.
Thank you again to Shad. That's my dog.
I
Y'all be
appreciate it.
safe.
He's my OG.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
everything.
All right, bro.
All right.